Hey there, Derek. I sure had fun last night, but now we need to get to work. Have you ever heard of Nick Lowe?
No, I sure haven't. Why don't you tell me about him?
Nick Lowe began his musical adventure in 1967 while attending Woodbridge School in Suffolk, UK by joining the band Kippington Lodge with his friend Brinsley Schwartz. Eventually, the band's name changed to Brinsley Schwartz in 1996-9, and during this time, Lowe wrote some of his most famous songs, including a future hit for Elvis Costello and a future hit for Lowe later in life.
Oh yeah. Didn't Appos? He also joined another band with fellow producer Dave Edmunds called Lowe Bio.
That he did, in 1975. The band worked closely with Stiff Records, where Lowe's production career blossomed. In 1976, he released his first single, and the label's first EP was his 4-track album in 1977. Lowe continued to produce artists with Stiff and other labels, while continuing his songwriting, including the Dr. Feelgood hit Milk and Alcohol, which is one of 2 songs written by Lowe to reach the UK Singles Chart Top 10.
That's so interesting.
You're damn right it is.
Please tell me more. Weren't most of the songs recorded by Lowe Bio credited to Lowe and Edmunds? I thought so because the lead singers already had contracts with other labels. However, Lowe Bio was still the band on the men's most significant solo albums, Lowe's Labour of Lust and Edmunds' Repeat When Necessary.
I'm impressed. One of Lowe's most well-known songs was written with Ian Gillan and recorded by Brinsley Schwartz was Cruel to Be Kind. It was Lowe's only US Top 40 hit, sitting at number 12 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 1979 after being re-recorded. In 1979, Nick married Johnny Cash's stepdaughter and an accomplished country singer, Carleen Carter. He adopted her daughter, but the marriage ended in 1990, though he stayed close to the Carter/Cash family. Lowe also played and recorded with Johnny Cash, having Cash record numerous songs of his.
How do you know all of this?
Shut up, you're an asshole.
Remember how Lowe played with Edmund in Lowe Bio? When the band broke up, he toured with Noise to Go, and later on with the Cowboy Outfit. Curtis Stigers also covered one of Lowe's songs called What's So Funny About Peace, Love, and Understanding on the soundtrack to the movie The Bodyguard in 1992.
One of my favorite things about Lowe was that he said his greatest fear was sticking with what you did when you were famous.
On a personal note, Lowe got remarried in the early 2000s to Peter Waddington, and also had a son in 2005 named Roy.
In 2008, Yep Rock and Proper Records released a 30th anniversary edition of Jesus of Cool. Proper also released a 49-track compilation of songs spanning Lowe's entire career in 2009, and it was released in UK and Europe.
But don't forget that in 2010, Yep Rock re-released the albums The Impossible Bird, Dig My Mood, and The Convincer on vinyl for the first time in history. In 2011, the label also re-released the 1979 album Labour of Lust. After a reunion concert with Elvis Costello, Lowe went on his first non-solo United States tour.
More recently, Lowe played Glastonbury 2011, playing Brinsley Schwartz tracks on the Spirit of 71 stage before going to the acoustic stage. Brinsley Schwartz had originally played at the same stage in 1971.
Nick Lowe really had an incredible life, working with Columbia Records, Demon Records, F-Beat Records, Radar Records, Reprise Records, Upstart Records, Yep Rock Records, Stiff Records, and his current studio, Proper Records.
Nick says that for an album, he usually gets the main idea along with 3 or 4 songs, and when that happens, he calls musicians he knows and they go in and record right away. If they turn out good, they'll use those 3 or 4 songs to shape the rest of the album. Style-wise, he is known to stick mostly with his pub rock style, with an English punk flair.
He also worked with bands including Brinsley Schwartz, Lowe Bio, Elvis Costello, The Attractions, The Imposters, Huey Lewis and the News, Noise to Go, The Cowboy Outfit, Little Village, Bill Kirken, and Johnny Cash,